From the samurais of Japan to the Spartan soldiers of ancient Greece, the warrior archetype has been a symbol of strength, courage, and resilience throughout human history. But did you know that these traits just aren't for physical combat? And they're not just for men. The warrior archetype, it can be applied into every single person's everyday lives to help them conquer their own battles, especially when life becomes intense. What is up, my friend? My name is AJ Amix, and I'm a life coach, helps hungry leaders create their best life, navigate the challenges of marriage, and heal from past pain and experience more joy. And in today's video, we're diving deep into the warrior archetype, and we're gonna be revealing the 5 essential traits that every single person can and should embrace in their daily lives. But before we start, I want you to hit that subscribe button, press that bell notification so you just don't miss out on any of our future content. So with that being said, let's go ahead and let's get started. Trait number 1, courage. A true warrior is not fearless. Instead, they face their fears head on because they understand that courage is not about the absence of fear, but more about the ability to move forward despite it. You know, there's this old John Wayne saying that says courage is being scared to death and saddling up anyway. And I just love this image of courage. You know, courage is super important if we're going to live a life that's full of meaning and purpose. Dr. David Hawkins, in his book, Power versus Force, he made a very solid case that courage is the gateway to true power. So let me explain and break this down. Courage cannot happen without the acceptance of personal responsibility and accountability cannot take place without vulnerability. So in order for someone to embrace courage, they must let go of being a victim or a villain, and they also must let go of blame and excuses and instead choose personal autonomy and self-honesty. You see, when somebody does this, they rise beyond their environmental, societal, and religious and cultural upbringing. And as a result, when they be in this way and they act from this place, even in the face of severe calamities, there's this possibility to face into and navigate whatever is present in this moment and in the next moment. So courage does not mean there's this absence of fear. More so, there's this willingness to confront it and surmount it. And when this takes place, it reveals this hidden strength and the capacity for fortitude. And this, my friend, is what allows someone to be at the helm of their own life, carving out their sense of meaning and purpose in this lifetime. You see, it takes courage to initiate that hard conversation. It takes courage to start your own business. It takes courage to get married. It takes courage to stay happily married. And it takes courage to face your deepest fears. You see where I'm going with this? But that courage is what makes this life worth living. Now, trait number 2 of the warrior archetype, discipline. An integrated warrior knows the importance of discipline. And when I say discipline, I'm talking about the ability to persist, to keep pushing towards your goal, even when it's tough. It's about creating habits that bring you closer to your goals. You know, I remember when I took on a commitment of doing X3, which is this type of resistance band workout, for 4 days, every single week, for 12 months straight. Took this commitment on with some friends of mine. And this was my commitment to my men's group, that I would just complete an X3 workout 4 days a week for 12 months straight, no exception. And if I missed a week, then I had to start that commitment all over again from week 0. So for 52 consecutive weeks, I never missed getting in those 4 X3 workouts. Even when I traveled, I got it in, it didn't matter. Now, at the very beginning of that commitment, it was done for me. I had decided and nothing was going to stop me, and therefore, so it was. This helped me cultivate a new sense of empowering discipline, and another way to look at it is that it strengthened my discipline muscle. Now, another way to stretch your discipline muscle is meditation. You see, it takes discipline to set a timer for 40 minutes and then use your willpower to focus on nothing but your breath. Now, trait number 3 of the integrated warrior archetype is resilience. Now, life is full of obstacles, but a warrior doesn't allow these setbacks to define them. They fall, they rise, they learn, they adapt. That's the essence of resilience. You see, when someone has an integrated sense of resilience in them, they realize that life is full of lessons. And they're going to keep being presented with the opportunity to learn until they learn the lesson that life is offering them. And then once they learn that lesson, they have the opportunity to then learn new lessons. And learning lessons never ends. It's just a beautiful game. You see what I'm saying? And trait number 4 of the integrated warrior archetype is an integrity. Integrated warriors are fiercely integrous to their cause, their values, and to their people. Integrity is about being true to your word and then standing by your values no matter what. And finally, trait number 5 is strategic thinking. Integrated warriors, they understand that brute force isn't always the answer. They plan, they strategize, they make calculated decisions, but they know when to fight, when to retreat, and when to negotiate. They understand that the more time they spend in planning, the less they bleed in war. There you have it, my friend, the 5 essential traits of the integrated warrior archetype that any single person on the planet can adopt into their lives, courage, discipline, resilience, integrity, and strategic thinking. Now, I want you to remember that being a warrior is not about physical strength, but it's more about mental and spiritual fortitude and emotional resilience. It's about how you face your challenges, how you respond to adversity, and how you continue to move forward in spite of all of those things. And my encouragement to you today is to embrace your inner warrior and conquer the battles that are set out before you. Because I haven't met a single person who's living what they feel called to as like their best life without being just home in their warrior archetype. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and now I want to hear from you. Which of these traits can you cultivate next? Like, which of these traits do you think would really help you create a life that's full of meaning and purpose? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, please share it with your friend and hit that subscribe button. And until next time, my friend, I'm out. Peace.